Hi, everybody. I am Deacon Dave, and welcome to day 9 of Silence in a Year. Can't believe it's been over a week already, and I have Alicia with me again. Hello, Alicia.
Hello.
So the title for today is Being Immersed. And the word of the day, Alicia is letting me do some stuff for one of these episodes, is immersion. Mm-hmm. And so you and I were talking about what immersion means, right? We were just talking about the sacraments and when we're baptized or we're confirmed, those are ways that we are being immersed into the life of the church, right? Mm-hmm. And I also thought about, because you said it's sort of like being covered with a blanket, right? I also thought about jumping in a swimming pool, mm-hmm. right? And then just every part of us is being surrounded by Christ. But you know how, like Alicia, when your fingers get all pruny and everything, it's because of all of that water that's kind of saturating and getting inside of us, right? That it makes our fingers prune up. At least that's what I'm going with. And so this immersion is not just something that is around us, but becomes a part of who we are. So like when I became a deacon, right? One of the things that they always told us is that a deacon is not something that you do. A deacon is who you are. And in particular, the icon of Christ, the servant, right? Mm-hmm. And the best way that we get immersed into who Jesus is in our vocations as Christians, as deacons, as moms, is to spend time in peace and silence, even in the midst of everything that's swirling around us, right? Is to allow the Lord to be immersed into who we are, so that he gives us what we need as we go throughout the day. What do you think, Alicia?
So when you said the word immersed, I think about allowing Jesus to pour himself, to fill us completely.
Beautiful.
Like all the way from the tips of your toes to the top of your head, 100%, right? And that has to be every day. A conscious effort every single day. Even more especially on the days you don't want to, right? When it's challenging, that's when God wants to fill you the most, right? He wants to immerse you. He wants to cover, well, not cover, but
well,
fill you.
One of the things you made me think about, Alicia, is this idea of also, in order to be filled, we need to empty ourselves of all of that stuff. Like every time before I go into Mass, I always offer a Mass intention, for multiple people usually. Or a situation that is my intention for that Mass. But I always ask the Lord to empty me of me. Worry, fear, anxiety, yes, pride, ego, all of those things that the devil wants to, those areas he wants to operate in, to empty me of all of that stuff so that I may be filled with him for the sole intent of bringing glory and praise to God in everything that I do in serving at that Mass.
Right. I think that reminds me of the story you said in a previous episode where you put all of the little rocks in, right? And there's no way to fill the big rock, which is Jesus. So if you fill yourself up completely, there's no way for Jesus to, to fill you, right? To be immersed in his love. And so you have to empty all of that out.
But he's the one that does the emptying.
Yes, he does.
I think this is a key point. He's the one that does the emptying. Because if we could have emptied ourselves, well, we would have already done it.
Right. We just have to be willing to do that, allow him to. Because how often do we not hold on to that stuff?
Oh, yeah, I love holding on to stuff. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord doesn't want us to hold on to any of that, right? And I think that's where one of the things that we can do in silence, as you have suggested, is to really do a solid examination of conscience. What things am I holding on to that are not of God? Because there's a lot of things we hold on to that God doesn't want us to hold on to,
right?
That we don't have to hold on to.
Right.
And so we have to ask him to be the one to help us to detach from that, because on our own, we can't do it.
Right.
Well, any other thoughts from you, Alicia?
Nope.
Well, I'm going to close in the prayer.
Okay,
before I say bye. I come, O Lord, unto your sanctuary to see the life and food of my soul. As I hope in you, O Lord, inspire me with that confidence which brings me to your holy mountain. Permit me, divine Jesus, to come closer to you, that my whole soul may do homage to the greatness of your majesty, that my heart, with its tenderest affections, may acknowledge your infinite love, that my memory may dwell on the admirable mysteries here renewed every day, and that the sacrifice of my whole being may accompany you. All right, we'll see you tomorrow for day 10, everybody. Bye.
Bye.